It's good to know investigating a car accident like yourself in this crime. A 4x4 like yours was involved in a hit and run.
I'm the only one who uses it.
The Calcium Kid. Well, there's one for the books. That was like, I think that was supposed to be a comedy, and I think I was playing it too seriously. It's funny, but I had a great time working with Alex Dracoff, who was the director. He was also kind of a friend of mine and who I'd known for many years. The elf, Leggy. I think this is Legolas from The Hobbit, and it was very interesting to go back and play Legolas in The Hobbit. It was the opportunity to explore a character who I'd spent so many years playing and had such an affiliation with. It was the opportunity to explore a backstory for the character in a way, because the character wasn't written into the books. There was no literature to adhere to, so we were able to create like a kind of interesting version of who the character was that would then go into the Lord of the Rings. So I really enjoyed that. I feel, you know, sad to see him go, but also, you know, happy that I had the chance and he's there forever, you know, on the screens and for, you know, kids and audiences to enjoy. So. Troy, this is Paris. Paris was such a wimp. You know, it was interesting. I didn't really, when I remember when I was cast as in this, I was like, he's such a wimp, you know, he's such a pathetic character in many ways, you know, he has this, and I remember one of, somebody in my life at the time saying, yeah, but that's the challenge is to make the fear that he has and that fight that he has where he's really not good, is to make it, you know, and he has to literally grovel. You know, I was like, how am I going to do this? It was just so against who I am in so many ways. I would rather take a knife than like crawl on my knees and hug somebody's foot and beg for forgiveness. But that was the challenge, and that was what I had to overcome and sort of and win in that. And I think, you know, I think to some extent I achieved that. But it was amazing, you know, in a way, to work with people like Brad Pitt and, you know, Peter O'Toole. I remember working with Peter O'Toole. He was, you know, just phenomenal. And I got to do a scene with Peter O'Toole, and that in itself was like, you know, I'll never forget. Will Turner. I think this is Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, perhaps, I don't know. This is probably the first movie. I've forgotten the titles, but it was amazing. The first movie, we were all just making a pirate movie and didn't really know whether it was going to be a great movie or a weird movie, or there was no expectation. And you know, Johnny was doing this incredible character, and you know, I am a huge Johnny Depp fan, so working with him was a great honor, and I was just like, you know, living in the Caribbean. It was pretty phenomenal time, drinking a lot of rum. Actually not drinking a lot of rum, but there was a lot of rum being drunk, but it was a kind of life-changing movie as well. Brian. This was Brian from Zulu, and I remember reading the script. I was naked in this shot, and I remember opening the script, and it was like Brian gets out of bed naked and rolls out of bed from some woman and walks down the stairs with a gun naked to find an intruder in his house. And I was like, wow, there's nothing like that kind of an opening line in a script to make you hit the gym, which is exactly what I did. I went and smashed the gym, and then had this incredible time working on a character where Jerome Sal, who was amazing to work with, just said, listen, we have, you know, it's an independent feature. There's, you know, I have final cut. We can do what we could pretty much do what we want, and I think we should really go for it. And I was like, great. So he really allowed me just to have an amazing creative experience and express what I wanted to express for the character. And I really am proud of the work as a, you know, of the character and of the film. I think it's just an honest little South African film that was made with this great French director. So thank you very much. Thank you.